Hi, it's the MLM for the Soul channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance for you, Hashem. And this is the continuation of this new series. This is part number 4 of personal stories and practical lessons to learn or apply. So this is a very interesting story that happened on a Shabbos. And I'm going to read you because I took notes so that I would have it for myself to use for when I want to share the story. Since I decided to do this series, I wrote this down and I've shared it with people by email, but I thought it would be a nice idea to also create the series based on stories that I experienced and how we can learn from them. So I'm just trying to find this on my phone where I put it. And okay, here it is. Sorry for that. So I'm just finding it right now. So bear with me for just a moment here. Okay, so this is a wow story, I called it. 3 times open miracle from Hashem and his Hashgacha Pratis. So this is amazing. So I have to share this. This is what I wrote. I have to share this with you because it is such a wow story. And then not only happened once, but 3 times, 2 days in a row. Hashem saved me. I will never forget this ever, as Hashem is so amazing and so good to all of us. We only have to notice it more often because every second is actually a miracle. But when you see something with your own eyes, you are more in awe and also love Hashem too. I wrote those all 3 words in capitals. Okay, so this I wrote the date and the day because sometimes I didn't always write what it was for other stories. So this first story happened Friday, January 27th of 23. So I wrote here, I was preparing my spinach for a salad, and it is a special kind called Okinawa spinach. I got it at, I think, a farmer's market. And has gorgeous leaves, purple on one side and green on the other, with jagged edges and flat leaves. Now, I can't show you, I don't have props to show you for this video, because I ate it already. Don't forget, this is from almost, like it's over a year ago, okay, when this is going to be posted. So, okay, so continuing, it had purple on one side and green on the other, with jagged edges and flat leaves as well. I say all this because of what happened. I washed the leaves and didn't think anything of really having to check them so well for bugs, because it is so easy to see the leaves, and I put them in a lot of water, meaning because they're so flat and it's not like they're curly, like kale is curly. It's like hard to see. It's all like kind of too much together and you can't really notice it. Okay, so continuing on. I cut, and I guess you could look up this what this spinach looks like if you want to know. I cut up the leaves and all was just fine, and when I finished, I saw something on the cutting board and thought it was maybe an end piece that was cut off. But when I tried to pick it up, it was soft, and then I realized it was a green worm. Yishtabach Shemo, which means praise Hashem, right? Hashem, in his infinite chesed, saved me from eating a worm, and it was not a tiny one either. As well as I thought I had looked, I did not look well enough. So there's a good lesson learned, too, right? I learned my lesson there, but it was still a large capital letters, big wow moment for me. What if I didn't notice it and just put it in the salad? How could I possibly have missed it? I will never know. Now, I wanted to put it outside as I try not to kill any of Hashem's creatures, if I can help it. I took a piece of the spinach leaf and tried to get it on there, and it retracted because it was scared. And I talked to it and said, I'm only trying to take you outside. And it finally agreed and I took it out on the leaf. So this is what I do. I like to talk to critters and creatures and everything around. Okay. I was so much besimcha on what happened and couldn't thank Hashem enough. Next, January 28th of 23. Now, this is Shabbos. So of course, I didn't write this on Shabbos. I wrote this right after. Because the first one happened on Friday night, Shabbos night, when I was making the spinach, or maybe afternoon. I don't remember, but when I wrote this. Okay. So you thought that was the end of the story. What happened yesterday, and so did I. But I had another wow story, and it is a double wow. I was making a salad with dandelion greens, which are flat leaves and very easy to see if anything is on there. And this time I checked very, very carefully before I washed them with water and then after. What happened before I washed them, as I was looking at the leaves, I saw a small snail on one of the leaves and I took it outside. Wow, Hashem saved me again. And I actually once did a video on a different channel with actually, I think a snail that I found on some other greens. Okay. After that, I had put the unwashed leaves, and I was going to use after that, I had put the unwashed leaves I was going to use in a bowl, and all of a sudden I saw a ladybug on the rim of the bowl. It wanted to fly away, but I wanted to quickly get it outside and went to the door and blew on it, and it flew away. The third wow that Hashem saved me. 3 open miracles in 2 days. Baruch Hashem, I had the zchus to warrant that happening to me 3 times, and it's unbelievable to say the least. Of course, please do be extra careful when checking your greens, and don't think because the leaf is flat and easy to see it that a bug can't find a way to hide in there regardless. And then I sent this to some people, and I got some nice reactions when I sent this out. Like, wow, that's crazy, it's amazing, thank you for sharing, Hashem's ways are incredible, Chasdei Hashem, wow, amazing series of miraculous events. And someone else said, amazing, reminds me of the Gemara that says that even the animals owned by tzaddikim, Hashem will not let them eat non-kosher. Surely the tzaddikim themselves, I don't claim to be a tzaddik. It says, Eina Kadosh Baruch Mavi Takala, in Hebrew, Ayidei Behemtan Shal Tzaddikim Asmam Lo Shal Kol Shekain. I'm not considering myself a tzaddik, but at least I try. And someone else said that was cool, that's amazing, thanks for sharing the story. So it's definitely a lesson learned as far as a few things. Number one, be careful when you check. Don't assume that because the leaf is flat that it's not going to be on there, and then thinking that you're all clean, and then like with the second story, and then there was both a what did I say? There was a snail, and then a ladybug. So you have to be super, 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 super extra, crazy, I guess. It's with greens, that's the way it is. That's something we have to do. Unfortunately, that was the earth was cursed. That's what happened in the beginning with Adam. So that's why we have to deal with this. BeEzrat Hashem, when Mashiach comes, it's not going to be like that anymore. But for now, it's Hashem's way of telling us, this is part of the tikkun, that we have to keep checking and checking and checking. So a lot of people don't opt for maybe eating greens so much, or they get ones that are already been checked and they're certified that they've been checked. So, but not the type of greens that I'm mentioning. I don't think they do that for them, so that you'd have to do yourself. But it's just, again, another amazing story, and I hope you were inspired by it. And if you have any stories you'd like to share, please do so below. And I wanted to say that I hope and pray that we will all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days, and the rebuilding of the final and everlasting base. Hamegash, Amen, and thanks for watching.